Y'all, new women's title announced in WWE. So yesterday on SmackDown, Nick Aldis announced that there's a new title belt for the women to compete for, and it's the Women's United States Championship. And this is great because obviously SmackDown's women's roster is stacked. It is absolutely stacked, and they need a mid-card champion. They need someone to bolster the mid-card division. And so I'm assuming that this is going to be a SmackDown exclusive title, just like the Men's United States Championship. And so I'm speculating that on Monday, Adam Pearce is going to announce the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And with this opens up so many possibilities, because it's like, will they go with a long-standing veteran like Naomi or Bayley, or will they go with the upstart like Blair Davenport, or will they go with someone that's underutilized like B-Fab or Elektra Lopez? Or will they go with a workhorse that's been putting in banger after banger like Mi Chen? Or will they go with Chelsea Green? Like, there's so many different ways they can go with this, and I'm excited for any direction they go. And so I wanted to make a video about who I think is going to win the Women's United States Championship. I want to go from probably like less likely to most likely, and maybe a dark horse pick and why. And so with that being said, let's start off with B-Fab. With B-Fab, I love my girl down. I do. I don't think she's gonna get it. The reason why is because they seem pretty gung-ho on her being a part of the Street Profits as their valet, as their manager, as someone that can speak on the mic. And you know, it's funny because she has all the tools. Like, she's great on the mic. She has charisma. She can go in the ring. I know she's been training with Natalia, I believe. So that's good. She's been sharpening her skills. And to be honest, it's like I've been a fan of hers for so long, and like even going back to NXT when she was a part of Hit Row, even when they re-debuted on SmackDown, like to me she was the star of that faction. And I love Swerve down. I love Swerve, Top Dollar, Ashante the Adonis, like, you know. But Brianna, she was the girl. Sorry, B-Fab was that girl. But yeah, shout out to my girl B-Fab. Unfortunately, I don't think she'll get it, but here's hoping that they have something for her in the future instead of her just being there, you know. And yeah, so I don't think B-Fab's gonna get it, unfortunately. Moving on to Elektra Lopez. I don't know. No, again, Elektra Lopez is one of those ones where it's like she has the look, she can be a little bit like domineering. I don't think she'll get it because obviously she's involved with Legado del Fantasma, and I don't know what they're doing with them right now. They're just kind of floundering. They're not really doing anything. They've had some vignettes that kind of allude to them possibly doing something, but ultimately it just seems like they're just kind of spinning their wheels right now. And that's unfortunate. So I don't think she'll get it at all. Maybe in the future, if they have like a very strong face contender and then, you know, they're trying to build her up as like a dominant heel or something, maybe they'll do that. But I really don't think it's going to happen. Okay, next I'm going to go with Bianca and Jade. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all are probably like, why would they not be towards the top of your list? Well, the reason for that is because they're really holding down the women's tag team division right now. Like we just saw at Crown Jewel, they went up against other teams, and they're really doing their thing right now. Like, they're really the foundations of this women's division right now, just across all three brands. And so I just think that they're being built to have the longest women's tag team reign, which was previously held by Damage Control, or more specifically Asuka and Kairi. And so I just don't think that's going to happen. Like, I think they're just doing a slow burn with Bianca versus Jade at some point, whether that's going to be at WrestleMania, or maybe they'll hold on till SummerSlam or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, I just don't think it's in the cards for either of them to get that right now. And they're going to be used to build up a team that may be already established, but like to kind of propel them to the next level, whether that's like Chelsea and Piper or Jakara and Lash, as we've been seeing, or, you know, maybe Kairi and Io get their get back. So yeah, it's not happening. I'm sorry. As much as I would love to see either one of those two get it, it's just not going to happen. Next, I'm going to go with Piper. I don't think Piper's going to get it because I don't think they're really gung-ho on giving her a singles run. It would be great because Piper is obviously great, especially when she was in NXT UK, before she got to WWE as Viper. And so I just don't know. Like, if anything, I think she would kind of be Chelsea's heavy, kind of as she's been doing already in the tag team. But I don't see it. But Piper is great. She would be one of my picks if it were up to me as someone that would book, but obviously I'm not in that position, so it's not gonna happen. Next, I'm gonna go with Tiffany. So I don't think Tiffany Stratton's gonna be in the running for that, unfortunately. I mean, you know, they're teasing obviously that she's gonna turn on Nia at some point. And whether she's going to actually win the title from her or not when she cashes in her Money in the Bank, that is to be determined. But I feel like with as popular as she is right now, she would be someone that would probably be better suited for the women's championship. And it looks like they're trying to book her as a very strong babyface at some point, and it looks like they're going with the sympathy route, which I'm loving. And you know, Tiffany's my girl. Like, I love Tiffy down. It's always Tiffy time in this house. And yeah, so I don't think it's going to happen. It's very possible that the trigger could be pulled for that to happen. Like, maybe she tries to cash in on Nia and maybe she fails, and then, you know, she goes for that title instead and then she wins it. But I think that's just not in the cards for her. So no Tiffy. Okay, Candice LeRae. Honestly, I probably should have put her down a little bit lower, but I don't really know. Like, she's starting to get a push now, and I don't know. As much as I would love it, because like obviously she's a veteran, she's well traveled, she's been doing this for I think 20 years or something like that, and she's already the speed champion, so I don't think that they'll give her the United States Championship. They don't really acknowledge the speed championship, and because like she doesn't come out with it or anything. But honestly, I'm just kind of putting her right there just because I think the other ones really just aren't going to get it. And then the people I have placed above her, like, they're more likely. So I didn't really have a place to put her. So I'm just going to just kind of put her right here in the middle. But yeah, as much as I would like to see it, I just don't think it's going to happen. So next is Nia. Kind of the same thing with Candice. There wasn't really a place for me to really put her. I just don't think it's possible that she's going to get it. Will she win it at some point? Possibly, but you know, she's kind of like what I was saying with Jade and Bianca. Like, she's really one of the foundations of the women's division just for any brand, and she's really holding it down, and she's really having a dominant reign. And so I just don't find it to be possible right now. And so yeah, I don't know. I mean, because like she lost to Liv at Crown Jewel, and so yeah, it just doesn't seem likely. So I don't really have much to say about that. I just don't think it's gonna happen. But all hail Queen Nia. Okay, Blair Davenport. So, okay, the funny thing about Blair Davenport, where is she? Did she get injured? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with what's been going on with her. Like, you know, she had her feud with Naomi. She kind of was involved with the heels on SmackDown, and then we just kind of didn't see her anymore. But she might be a dark horse, or maybe it's one of those situations where maybe like if a strong face contender wins it, then maybe she'll be like the heel that'll go against the face to win it, or at some point. And I don't know, but like Blair's great. Obviously, like when she was Bea Priestley, she was going on a tear on the indies and in Japan and everything. So I don't know. If you're really trying to establish her as a star, this would be one of the ways to do it. But as far as like being a first champion, it's definitely not going to happen. Especially because it's like she already doesn't really have the crowd backing her, and like they largely don't know who she is. Like, you can't do with her like what you did with the Braun Breaker. You know, Braun already came in hot. He came in with so many accolades and everything, and like she doesn't really have anything going for her. And so, yeah, I just don't think it's going to happen. All right, next is Bayley. So with Bayley, I kind of wanted to put her more at the top, but I just feel like, you know, she's kind of the gatekeeper of SmackDown. Like she's kind of in that Cesaro role now, you know, where she's there to put on good matches. She's there to help bolster new talent. She's there to kind of like help make more heels, I feel like. So we saw that last night with Candice, and it's like, even though Candice lost, she still looked good in defeat. And so, you know, Bayley's just kind of more about like getting on track right now. Like that's the direction they're going with her character, it seems like. And it doesn't seem like they're trying to rush to put her in the title scene anymore, which is fine. I feel like she'll be used if let's say if a heel wins it, I feel like she'll be used as the person to kind of like help propel that heel a little bit more. And, you know, I feel like Bayley's better as a character that's chasing the title as opposed to being someone that has the title, you know? And so she's the safest bet for sure. But I don't know if with this title, if they're trying to go with safe necessarily. All I can say is if you want to go safe, put it on Bayley. If not, then don't put it on her, but have her as someone that's chasing the title, because like she's already a Grand Slam champion. She's the first Grand Slam women's champion in WWE history. And, you know, she could be a Triple Crown champion. That's cool too. That's another way to pat her resume. But yeah, I just don't think it's in the cards for her, but I would love to see it for sure. But yeah, it's not going to happen. Okay, this next one, she's my personal pick of who I would love to have the title, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And that choice is Chelsea Green. Now, I love my girl Chelsea Green. I've been a fan of her for so long, back all the way to when she was Laurel Van Ness, back to when she was Reclusa in Lucha Underground. And it's just, you know, with Chelsea, she's been getting so much more popular. She takes every opportunity that she's given and she makes it gold. And she would be a great first champion, I feel like, especially if they go the route with, you know, cowardly heel, but she has Piper is like her heavy, which I kind of alluded to a little bit earlier, to kind of like help make sure that she protects her title. That could also be used as a way to eventually like break up her and Piper, because like maybe, you know, with Chelsea as champion, Piper gets a little bit jealous and she gets tired of like having to protect her and preserving her, and eventually she'll probably just snap, and then that could be a good way to turn Chelsea face. Or on the opposite end, if Chelsea has it as a heel champion, she could also kind of use it to hang over Piper's head. You know, like if you're trying to go with Piper as like a strong face or anything like that. Because I feel like, and I could be wrong with this, but I do feel like there's been points where when there are like segments with those two and Chelsea's kind of commanding, that Piper kind of has a look on her face of like, you can't tell me what to do. Like, little girl, I could break you. And that hasn't happened. I feel like they haven't really teased that for a while. But yeah, I can kind of see where they could go with that for sure. But yeah, as much as I would want it to happen, I don't think it'll happen. I think she'll win it at some point, but I don't think she'll be the inaugural champion. With this next choice, this is really hard because between this contender and the person that I think is going to win it, it's hard because they're both so deserving and I'm having a hard time choosing. Okay, so I'm going to go with Mia Yim or Mi Chen as number 2. Reason being is because she's becoming a fan favorite. She's really been putting in work this year for sure. She's been deserving of it. She's been deserving to be in the title chase. And, you know, the matches she's had with Chelsea and Nia, why did I say Nia? With Nia, she's really been putting on great matches. Her opponents have been looking great as well. And, you know, if you need like a strong kind of like hearty champion, like she's the one to go with for sure. But I feel like as an inaugural champion, she might not be the one for that, because I feel like she'll do better in the chase. Like if she's chasing whoever the champion is, maybe as a face, maybe as a heel. but as much as I would like for her to get it, I don't know if she has enough of the crowd behind her to win it, you know? But I would not be surprised at all if she won it. I would love it, but I just don't know. I don't think she has that connection with the crowds yet for it, or like an inaugural champion. So, yeah, probably not her. Which leads me to the winner, which is Naomi. And you know, with Naomi, ever since she's come back, she's really been putting in work. You could tell that she's like reinvigorated. You could tell she reinvented herself. She's always been that girl. If you need someone as your inaugural champion, I feel like going with a long-standing veteran is the right choice. She has the crowd behind her. She is someone that has international appeal, and she can also be someone that's used to bolster up new talent or a very credible heel champion as well once, you know, the heel wins it. And so I feel like she's the best bet, even more than Bayley, even though, like, again, Bayley, she would be a great choice as well. But Naomi just hasn't held a women's championship in WWE for years. Like, it's been so long. So, yeah, I think she's the one. I feel like it'll be her. And, you know, with Bianca and Jade being the tag team champions, it'll be great for the big three to all have championships. So I feel like it'll be her. I do feel like with her being Nia's contender that she's obviously gonna lose, which is unfortunate, but I feel like she'll put up a great fight. Like, obviously she has a pin over Nia already recently. I think she's gonna have a pretty lengthy run, maybe until WrestleMania. She loses it at WrestleMania, maybe she keeps it at WrestleMania, but I feel like to build up like a Blair Davenport or like a Piper or a Chelsea Green or even a Mia Yim, if she has a heel turn or anything like that, like I feel like Naomi will be the person that can propel those women into the next level. So this was really fun to speculate. I'm just so happy with more quality in the women's division in WWE, and I can't wait to see who wins. I can't wait to see how the matches will go, and I can't wait to see how my predictions pan out. So yeah, y'all, that's the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But otherwise, it's been your girl Yana, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.